G'day everybody, my name is Elvin Powell. I hope you guys are all well. In this video I'm doing a review on the MW brand of toolbox canopies. Okay guys, so I'm not an expert in manufacturing or anything like that. I have no affiliation with the brand or anything like that. I have no financial gain to be had. I'm purely giving you guys my thoughts after running these canopies. Now I've had 4 of these canopies over the last 10 years or so. So I'm going to give you my opinion based on all of my combined experience with the brand. So this one here is a 1200 by 1800 canopy, and it's about 890 high. This one cost me $1,700, and they welded on some ladder racks for me too for free. It's got some good latches. I haven't had any issues with these latches. The dust cover on this one here, the spring has broken, but it still works out alright because when I close my side, it holds it up there, no dramas at all. The latches are nice and smooth and easy to operate. And the good thing is with this one is the door stays closed when it's unlatched, whereas I have had other canopies, as soon as you open the latch, the strut pushes the door open, which I don't really like. This one here is easy to operate, makes it really light with the nice struts. Haven't had any dramas at all with the struts before. Good seal on it too. We do drive a fair bit on dirt roads. However, this canopy is not the canopy we had in Cape York, but we still see a little bit of, it still has seen a fair bit of dirt road. We've had it for just over 1 year now. So it's seen a fair bit of dirt and a lot of corrugations too. So this particular canopy is actually 2.5 mil thick, and that's to the flat part of the canopy, which makes it about 3 mil thick to the top of the checker plate. The other thing I also like about this is the door hinges from the top of the roof, so that means that even when it's raining, the water never actually comes in because there's a nice little gutter that is formed, so it goes on the other side. I've had canopies before where the doors hinge from the inside, and sometimes you can get water that comes out and drips in the middle. Okay guys, so I'm not going to sit here and give you the specs of the canopy itself. This is purely going to be how the canopy is held up for me, because there's just so many variables for the different sizes and materials and thickness of the materials and the fittings you can get. They'll pretty much make anything you want, and I have had that before where I've made a custom order the canopy, you know, jack off legs and framing and reinforcing and everything like that. And the only reason I actually don't want that canopy anymore is because since I've stopped working full-time and now we are actually traveling and we're towing the caravan and everything like that, that canopy was just a little bit too heavy. So I decided to not bother with that one. That one's still stored up in my garage, ready to go again when I start working in full-time again. But for now I've got a lightweight canopy, just so that I can try and keep my weights low. So I think most of the off-the-shelf canopies they get are imported straight from China. No big news there really, most canopies will be the same, but their custom-made jobs are obviously done in-house in Australia. So first of all, let's talk about build quality. Okay, so out of the 4 MW canopies I've had, only one of them I actually had a bit of an issue, and that was the only canopy that was actually flat sheet as well. And I think it might have just been a bit too thin. It was can't remember, but I think it was only a 2 mil one, so it was a cheap canopy. It was actually a company supplied canopy to fit on the back of the company car I was running at the time. And the issue that I had is at the back of the canopy there was a window, and where the supports was welded for the window, that welds after actually it was probably after about 2 or 3 years, the welds had broken through the sheet metal, and it was a pretty simple fix by just re-welding it. If you're interested in seeing how my ute is set up, let me know, or I will probably make a video on that. I'm just not quite happy with the way it is, so I'm going to change a couple of things before I make it. To be honest with you, I'm always changing the back of my ute, the back of my canopy. I don't really like the drawers. I mean, they're great, but the only problem is you're kind of stuck with them. And because I just changed the way we travel so much, like sometimes we have a caravan, or most of the times we have a caravan with us, which means I don't need to use the canopy a lot. But then quite often we leave the caravan behind, chuck everything in the ute, and we go out and away for a couple of months, or in this case we've been away for about 7 months. So anyways, I'll run the camera over some of the wells and stuff for you guys to have a closer look. I have no idea what they're like. All I know is they haven't really cracked, I haven't had any issues. The door still closes fine. Now with both of the canopies, the build seems to be really good. I'll tell you what, on my last canopy, the one that was custom made, once I forgot to bloody close the door and I crashed it straight into a post, and the door became a bit mangled, but the frame itself held up really well. And even with the door, after a couple of hours of bashing it back together, I got it to the point where it could close. Now it's no longer dust proof because it's just a bit too out of shape, and I can get a door replaced by getting them to make another one, but the frame itself held up well. Okay guys, so my final thoughts are, after running these canopies for so long, I definitely recommend getting one for yourself. If you're going to be using it for work, they're a good cheap option, but they still have the build quality to last. Of course, there are definitely better canopies out there, but they will also cost you a lot more money. Hope you guys liked that video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up to let me know that you guys did. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to our channel to check out more reviews like that. You know, if you want to know a review on the tray, I've done one on that. The ute, I've done a review on that too, and plenty of other stuff. As well as that, you can check out some of our adventures around Australia, because our family are working and traveling out around Australia at the moment. Alright guys, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Yo, see ya! Thank you for spending your precious time watching our video. We are a family with 2 young kids, and we have been working and travelling our way around Australia since March 2019. We share with you our trips so you can see that it's very possible to travel with young kids. We also share with you some tips that we've learned along the way, making travelling with kids a little bit easier. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel for future videos we upload every week. Thank you very much, and see you.